All right, heat number one, we're about to go green. Skylar Massey and Landon Lacey up front. Jason Holder and Brian Mansfield in the second row. Doug Tyre Norton and Trevor Burge in the third row. Cody Olsen rounding out the field. Looks like we're going to have about 2.5 heats here. Or, I mean, 2.5 heats. Looks like we're going to have 3 heats here. Jason Coleman, I have no idea. Who's here? You're calling Kevin Martin for the win. All right. We will see if you are right tonight. As Skylar Massey drops to the back of the field. Landon Lacey does not look like he gridded. And you see that gap there in the back straightaway. That could come into play tonight in a big way. We'll have to wait and see. And it is worth mentioning once again, they do reset the track to a 0 state for every session. So every heat will start with a 0 state track, and then the warm up, and then as Brian Mansfield is driving in the pace truck, every heat will start with a 0 state track, followed by the warm up and feature will start with a 0 state track. So these guys will get to start on a fresh track, but it will slick off quickly, especially as much as these cars slide around. 700 horsepower in a 2,250 pound car is a lot. Pace truck is in, and Brian Mansfield, Jason Holder will lead them down. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. Brian Mansfield gets a good jump up there on the high side, but we've seen this here before. That high side gets a really good jump on the start, and the inside comes back, but that is not the case here right now, as Brian Mansfield has moved up and securely in the lead. Oh my God, Trevor Burge just got into the 11 car, sent him up onto the wall. Several cars involved. Caution is out. First caution of the night. See if we can get a look at that from another angle here. As they come down into turns 3, Trevor Burge just sent it down in there, got a little tap on Brian. Brian trying to save it, not enough time, and there they went out to the wall. Trevor Burge had to go to pit road. Doug Tyre Norton, Jason Holder both caught up in that. Looks like Trevor's the only one going to pit road, though, for repairs. Not the way they wanted this race to start. And we've got a prediction from John Lucido, 52 for the win, Doug Tyre Norton. All right. Doug's had a couple of really good races, especially in the 305s lately. We'll see if he can get this bigger car up to the lead. Meanwhile, due to that incident, it looks like Cody Olsen, who started in the back, is now in the lead. Skylar Massey now in second. Brian Mansfield third. Jason Holder fourth. Doug Tyre Norton is fifth. And Trevor Burge is out there in sixth after his repairs. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so they will go green this time by. Kind of funny, we expect to see incidents like that, like what we just saw coming off the turn, because the track does get smaller. The corners are definitely substantially wider than the straightaways, but there you have it. Off into turn 3 and 4, and a couple of cars just getting together. Pace truck is in. Here they come down the front straightaway, waiting for Barney, the flag man, to wave it. Green flag is in the air. Cody Olsen stays with Massey this time on the restart. Cody gets away from him. Cody is checking out already from the field. Newcomer Cody Olsen to the front. Skylar Massey in second. Brian Mansfield now trying to make his way back up to the front after being involved in the first caution of the night. Currently holding on to third. He's trying to make that bottom work. Skylar gets stuck down on the inside, hits the outside wall hard, keeps going the right way, but Brian Mansfield manages to slip by. So does the 17. So does Trevor Burge and Doug Norton. Meanwhile, all this battling is going on. Olsen is checked out to a 2.2 second lead so far. And he's coming to the white flag. Will Brian have any chance of catching up to him? Cody's going to have to make a mistake here. 17 to Jason Holder looking for second underneath Brian Mansfield. White flag is in the air. Brian loses it coming off 4. Jason Holder now to second. Trevor Burge to third. Trevor looking on the high side. Cody Olsen has got this thing wrapped up. Cody Olsen comes out of turn 4. He could let off the gas and coast across the line. Cody wins heat number 1. Jason Holder is second. Trevor Burge is third. Doug Tire Norton is fourth. Mansfield is fifth. And Skylar Massey is sixth. And a bit of a shock to see Massey and Mansfield having any kind of struggles on dirt. All right, heat number 2. Andrew Spears and Butch Baker on the front row. Edmund Jones, Chris Rawlings on the second row. Jim Johnson and Kevin Martin on the third row. Wayne Bridges starts in the back. As they all get lined up, Andrew Spears up there on the front. He's one of the newer members to the league as well. One of the newest Outlaws out there. Butch Baker and Edmund Jones, two of the new, and actually the top 3 out here are 3 of the newest drivers in the Outlaw Dirt Series. Andrew Spears, Butch Baker, Edmund Jones, and then behind them they've got 3 of the more experienced guys in Kevin Martin, Jim Johnson, and Wayne Bridges. Chris Rawlings did not grid. One more time, and the pace car will drop off right before turn number 3, and we will go green. And we've got some Taylor Davenport cheering on Andrew Spears here tonight. Skylar Massey is saying late models are hurting his brain. Chris Shriver was number 1 in practice, and Lucido now calling for Butch Baker to win in heat number 2. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air, and the rookies lead them down into turn 1. Andrew Spears gets a huge run up into 1. He might have drifted too high there because Butch Baker now starts to look to the inside, can't quite get there. And third place, Edmund Jones, is right there on the back bumper. 97 looking to the inside, off turn 4. We'll see if he can pull it off turn 2. He definitely gets a good run down through the middle of the corner. Just can't quite capitalize it on the straightaway. Sends it down in there. Caution is out. Edmund Jones involved. Edmund Jones down into turn 1. I think Kevin Martin might have just barely tagged him, and they were at the point of the corner where the car is just completely unstable. completely sideways, and it does not take much to send it around. Kevin Martineau has picked up 3 spots. He started in 6th. He's now up to 3rd. Jim Johnson is up to 4th now, and Wayne Bridges is up to 5th. Meanwhile, Andrew Spears, one of the rookies in the league, he is still up front. And he took off there for a bit. Butch Baker managed to catch back up, got to the inside more than once, but just couldn't get anything done there. Looked like Butch was way better off the corner, but Andrew Spears can send it so deep down into the turn that that Butch just can't do anything with him. Lights should be off on the pace car this time by. Andrew Spears at the front. Newcomer Butch Baker in 2nd. There's Kevin Martin in 3rd. Jim Johnson currently in 4th. Edmund Jones, another rookie, up in 5th. Wayne Bridges up to 6th. One more time, the pace truck will drop off in turn 3. Pace truck is in. They start down into the front straightaway. Green flag is in the air, and Spears gets another good jump on the inside. Butch Baker looking to the outside, but Spears gets a heck of a run, and Baker's having to fight off Kevin Martin. They get it all sorted out. Down into turn 3 and 4, it's looking like Martin is trying to get to the inside here. We might have 3. No, Spears gets away. Butch Baker having to battle Kevin Martin there, and it allowed Andrew Spears to run away just a little bit. We'll see if he can continue to open that gap up, but Butch Baker manages to clear Kevin Martin and close back up to the back bumper. They'll get the white flag this time by, though. Andrew Spears just has to hold him off another lap, and he'll get his first heat win here tonight, but here comes Butch Baker. Spears sent it in too hard, and Butch Baker capitalized on it. Through 3 and 4, they both go deep into the corner. Spears goes high, catches the wall. Kevin Martin capitalizes and moves to 2nd. Butch Baker wins heat number 2. Kevin Martin is 2nd. Andrew Spears is 3rd. Jim Johnson 4th. Wayne Bridges and Edmund Jones rounding out the field. Heat number 3. Michael Whiting and Stephen Lindeau on the front row. Chris Hyatt and Eric Burkhalter on the 2nd row. Cinderella Shriver and Graham Nucky on the 3rd row. David Garman rounding out the field. Pace truck going to lead him around a couple of times here. And of course, Michael Whiting, we've talked about it a couple of times in recent weeks. If he gets clean air on dirt, if he gets out in front, he doesn't have to battle anybody. He checks out from the field. But Stephen Lindeau is not going to make it easy on him. Chris Hyatt there in the 3rd row, he's been a force to be reckoned with. He just joined a month or so ago and already showing he deserves to be up at the front. Eric Burkhalter is back there. Then you got Chris Shriver back in 5th, and Garmin back there in 6th. And okay, the new prediction is Eric Burkhalter wins heat number 3 per John Lucido. So we'll see if he is right this time. Michael Whiting and Steven Lindo, two of the best guys in the Outlaws, two of the best dirt guys there are, and they are at the front. If Whiting gets away early, they will not be able to catch him. Green flag in the air. Here they go down into turn number 1. This track is almost like Martinsville on dirt, except for the fact that the corners are way, way wider. And Whiting's got a clean run down the front straightaway. Lindo is down the back straightaway. There's a big crash on the back straightaway. We stay green. I do believe Chris Hyatt was involved. Caution is out. Oh, it looked like Lindo just tapped Michael Whiting, sent him around right in front of several cars. And it looked like everybody got it gathered up from the previous incident. We're going to try and see if we can see what happened previous time. I do know Chris Hyatt was involved. They were 4 wide through 1 and 2 very briefly. They get down off into turn 3 and 4. The leader's starting to check out, and Chris Hyatt just got turned around. Everybody managed to keep it going straight. I do believe that was Chris Shriver and Chris Hyatt got together there. All right, that puts Steven Lindo up front. Eric Burkhalter now up to 2nd. Garmin is now up to 3rd. Chris Hyatt now back up in 4th. Michael Whiting back to 5th. And Shriver is back to 6th. Graham Nucky did not grid. Lights are still on the pace car. They'll go around one more time under caution. And we heard several of the drivers during pre-race say that Garmin and Shriver starting at the back gave him a bit of an advantage. Now that Garmin has worked his way up to 3rd, these guys might be a little bit worried about that as we got one more caution lap in heat number 3. Garmin's back up there, and obviously Shriver's got a very fast car here tonight. He was the fastest car in practice, so we'll see if these two guys can get up front with the few laps that they have left. And if they do, that'll put them in a better starting position for the feature, although I do believe Garmin does have to, by virtue of winning last week, Garmin has to start at the back of the field for the feature. Pace truck is in. Lindo and Eric Burkhalter will lead them down into turn number 1. Green flag is in the air one more time, and here they go down into 1. Even side by side all the way down. No advantage to anyone, but Garmin already looking to the inside of Lindo through 1 and 2. Garmin looking to the inside of Eric Burkhalter for 2nd. Can't quite get there. Burkhalter gets into Lindo. They all managed to get around him. Everybody gets going straight again. They're going to stay green. 2 laps to go. Caution now out. And Steven Lindo gets way down in there. It looked like when he checked up to settle the car for the turn, Burkhalter could drive it a little bit deeper and just got right into the back of him. And now we have Garmin at the front. Not only that, it is Garmin and Shriver at the front. Now the question becomes, can either one of these guys run away with it here with just a few laps left to go? Will they be able to get up there and open up a gap? These are two of the best around anywhere on dirt. David, I do believe, has the highest I rating of anybody in the Dirt League. I know some of the Asphalt League guys have a little bit higher, but as far as dirt goes, Garmin has the highest dirt I rating of the Outlaws. So he definitely knows how to wheel these cars around. The late models are some of his favorite ones to drive. Especially the higher horsepower ones like the Pros and the Limiteds. But as we've seen in recent weeks, Chris Shriver, no slouch on anything on dirt, but these Pro late models, extremely good. Pace truck is in. Garmin will control the restart. Green flag in the air. Garmin gets a good jump on him. Going off into turn one. Garmin securely in the lead. Shriver looking to pull a crossover move. There's a wreck in 1 and 2. Lindau and Hyatt both end up slowed down. Lindau sneaks by. Meanwhile, back up front, Shriver looking to the inside of Garmin coming off turn 4. They almost touch, but Garmin has the run down the front straightaway. White flag in the air. Chris Shriver gets the inside wall trying to get it settled into turn 1. Garmin is running away with it now. Burkhalter is in 3rd. Lindau back to 4th. Whiting is 5th. And it looks like Chris Hyatt will come home 6th in heat number 3. Garmin wins heat number 3. All right, warm-up. Nope, consolation race. Excuse me, they're not doing a warm-up yet. All right, consolation race. Doug Norton and Jim Johnson up front. Stephen Lindau, Brian Mansfield on the 2nd row. Wayne Bridges, Michael Whiting on the 3rd row. Skylar Massey and Edmund Jones on the 4th row. Chris Hyatt and Landon Lacey rounding out the top 10. Chris Rawlings and Graham Nucky 11th and 12th. Lacey, Rawlings, and Nucky have not gridded yet. And it looks like we have 3 cars not starting here, so Landon Lacey, Chris Rawlings, Graham Nucky, none of them have gridded or showing that they're actually going to get out on the track here. So it will just be a 9-car consolation. Wayne Bridges, who is starting this race in 6th place, is currently 5th in points. Stephen Lindau is currently tied for 1st in points, so he needs a good finish here to get a good starting position in the feature. Pace truck is going to dive off here. Jim Johnson and Doug Tyre Norton are going to lead him down. Green flag is in the air for the consolation race. 12 laps to go. As they go off into turn 1, Doug Norton looked like he might have gotten a little bit of Jim Johnson. Now Lindau sneaking by Johnson. Doug Norton out front. Michael Whiting trying to work his way through traffic side by side with Brian Mansfield as they go off into turn number 1. 3 distinct lines being run here. But they get single file on the straightaway. Now they're looking back into the turn. Doug Norton is already starting to open up a little bit of a lead over Lindau, but that middle line Lindau is running, definitely gave him a little bit of speed there. Oh! Jim Johnson hit the inside wall and got pushed up. That allowed Michael Whiting to get up to third. And now Lindau is looking for first on the bottom through 3 and 4. Doug Norton not giving it up that easy. And they bumped coming down the front straightaway, but they're settled getting into turn 1 at least briefly. Lindau currently in the lead, but now Doug Norton trying to fight back. He got stalled a little bit. Michael Whiting slips by for second, Lindau to first. Lindau now leading with Michael Whiting trying to run him down. Doug Tyre Norton in third, but Jim Johnson now, after the incident just a few minutes ago, Jim Johnson is already looking to fight his way back, and right there stalking both of them, Brian Mansfield. Brian Mansfield now making a move. He moves up to fourth. Jim Johnson giving it everything he's got to try and hang on to that position, but Brian Mansfield looks like he might have it coming off turn 2. He does. Meanwhile, Lindau is keeping a fairly decent distance between him and Michael Whiting here. Michael Whiting not gaining a lot of ground as we just passed the halfway point. Stephen Lindau continues to lead. Michael Whiting trying to gain a little bit of ground here. Doug Norton is back in third, but here comes Mansfield. Brian Mansfield working his way up. He's trying to find a way around Doug Norton, but they're running an identical line. Lindau starts to open a lead again on Michael Whiting. Michael seems to gain a lot of ground going into the turn, but Lindau has the run coming off every time. Brian Mansfield, meanwhile, has managed to get to third. He probably does not have enough time to get... Oh, Mansfield struggles a little bit. He gets into the side of Norton. Jim Johnson is there. Caution is out. Here they come off turn 4. It looked like Mansfield just got a little bit of the wall. Clipped Doug Norton. Jim Johnson caught a little bit of it, but they all managed to keep it going. They managed to get straightened up very quickly, but caution came out nonetheless. So Stephen Lindau continues to lead. Michael Whiting is second. Jim Johnson snuck through that. He is now back up into third. Brian Mansfield now to fourth. Chris Hyatt has worked his way up from ninth back up to fifth. Wayne Bridges back to sixth. Doug Tyre Norton is seventh. Edmund Jones is eighth. And Skylar Massey is back out here. A couple of laps down. And huge shout out. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it, buddy. You guys put on a great show. Every time we're in a you guys put on a dirt race, I'm sitting here looking at my can of oxygen like I'm probably going to need that before this is all said and done. I have a feeling, as wild as the heats were, as wild as the consolation race has been, I have a feeling I'm going to need oxygen during the feature. We'll have to wait and see, but things are definitely looking like that's going to be an exciting race. Did hear a lot of drivers say the first 15 laps the track will stay decent. After about lap 15, expect some cautions once we get to the feature. And despite the track starting at a zero state, a fresh track for every session, this track does tend to slick off very, very quickly, regardless of the cars you're running. But these heavier Pro Late models, with all the power they're putting down and the weight and how sideways they get, they slick that track off very quick. All right, green flag in the air once again. Lindo and Whiting lead them down into turn one. When Lindo gets the better start, he gets off into 1 and 2. Down on the bottom, he gets a huge run up off of turn 2. Michael Whiting has nothing for him. Jim Johnson already looking to try and get back to second. Michael Whiting trying to make a comeback there on the bottom. Nothing there yet. Final lap, white flag is in the air. Lindo continues to lead. Michael Whiting trying to close that gap, can't do it. Jim Johnson catching right back up to the back bumper. It is off the turn, though, that these guys carry all that momentum, and Lindo definitely the fastest off the corner. As they come through 3 and 4, it will be Lindo. Then Michael Whiting coming home second. Jim Johnson's going to pull off a third. Mansfield fourth. Fifth will be Wayne Bridges. Edmund Jones is sixth. Doug Tyre Norton is seventh. Chris Hyatt is eighth. And Skylar Massey comes home ninth. All right, warm up. Warm up is the best time to go hit the snack bar. Get yourself a drink, a bite to eat, catch your breath, and hit the share button. Stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, just a few seconds left. I managed to go to the snack bar, get an ice water, but somebody get me a puppers. DJ Kenner is right. This track is always exciting. It's one of my favorite dirt tracks to run on. Not that I'm exceedingly great on dirt. You can find out for yourself tomorrow morning when Chris and myself and Jared Heasley and a few other guys run the Thursday morning dirt league. All right, Trevor Burge currently fastest. Stephen Lindo second fastest. Cody Olsen, then Michael Whiting, and Garmin is fifth fastest at the moment. All right, time for the grid. Here they go. Up front, it will be Cody Olsen and Butch Baker on the front row. David Garmin on the second row, but I believe he'll have to drop to the back. Jason Holder as well. Jason Holder will be starting fourth. Kevin Martin and Chris Shriver on the third row. Trevor Burge and Andrew Spears on the fourth row. Eric Burkhalter and Stephen Lindo rounding out the top 10. Then Michael Whiting and Jim Johnson 11th and 12th. 13th is Brian Mansfield. Wayne Bridges is 14th. Edmund Jones 15th. Doug Tyre Norton is 16th. Chris Hyatt 17th. Skylar Massey is 18th. 19th is Landon Lacey. And Chris Rawlings rounding out the field. All right, take a deep breath, boys and girls. It's about to get wild. And as always, before we get started, quick shout out to our sponsors, Loud Wraps. Thanks to them, they do some great paint job work. As always, B-Make Designs. And you can check out all the information about the Outlaw League as well as any other leagues that we broadcast at htsai.net. OutlawsUnited.com has all their information, all their league sponsors for all the different series. They've got a ton of series and a lot of great guys to race with. I get the pleasure of running their Riley races on Sunday mornings, and that is a blast. Although I almost wrecked in the middle of it this past Sunday laughing at the new Higgins XCal Superfan spotter pack, but that's another story. Pace truck will be dropping off. Rookies Cody Olsen and Butch Baker on the front row. Cody Olsen actually the highest dirt I rating in the field. Actually has David Garman beat. This will be interesting. Let's see if Garman can make his way back up to the front and win 2 weeks in a row. Or will it be a rookie? Green flag is in the air. Here they go down into turn 1. Cody Olsen gets a great run down into turn 1. Butch Baker slides a little bit high. Kevin Martin already looking to the inside. He's already picked up several positions. Jason Holder trying to make his way through. The 17 of Jason Holder up there fighting side by side as well. Here comes Trevor Burge. Trevor Burge currently in 4th. Let's see who the biggest mover through the field so far has been. Looks like Steven Lindau has already picked up 3 positions. He's all he has to do is stay ahead of Shriver and a few others to get the points lead tonight with Blake Mosley not being here. Meanwhile, up front, Cody Olsen has built a little bit of a lead over second place Butch Baker. Kevin Martin, though, back there in 3rd, closing in on second place. He's right there to the bumper. With 20 cars on track, we are still green after 4 laps despite all the craziness going on. Brian Mansfield is making his way through the track. Oh! Brian Mansfield is no longer making his way through the field here. Let's see what happened there. Jim Johnson right there behind him. Jim just did not get into slide mode quickly enough, and I believe that was Doug Tyre Norton that got collected there. Several cars managed to sneak by. David Garman was caught in that one. David Garman, who is trying to work his way to the front through that field. Gets caught in the first incident. We'll see if he can recover here. So it's still the 2 rookies, Cody Olsen and Butch Baker up at the front, then Kevin Martin and Trevor Burge. Jason Holder and Lindau now picking up a couple of spots. Andrew Spears and Eric Burkhalter right behind them. Wayne Bridges now in 9th. Chris Hyatt, biggest gain so far. Chris Hyatt started in 17th. He is now up to 10th. Doug Tyre Norton and Edward Jones right behind him. They've each picked up 4 spots. Looking to see who all pitted. Brian Mansfield came to pit road for repairs. Michael Whiting had to come to pit road. Skylar Massey looks like he came to pit road as well. Looks like Garmin stayed out. Several other of the cars that caught the tail end of that stayed out, and they will try and continue on as is. It'll be Cody Olsen on the inside, Butch Baker on the outside for this restart. Pace truck is off. Green flag is in the air again. Cody Olsen down and Butch Baker staying right there side by side with him, but Cody gets the run through turn number 1 and jumps to the lead. Looks like Butch had to check up just a little bit to make sure he didn't get into the back of Cody. That's giving Kevin Martin an opportunity here. Kevin Martin right to the inside of Butch Baker. Can't quite get there. We've got wrecking going on elsewhere on the track. Right now we're going to stay green though. Michael Whiting, and caution is out. Oh, it looks like the 14 of Chris Shriver just got right up underneath the David Garman there. Chris Shriver now has gone to pit road. We'll see if Garman needs to as well. We'll take a look at his car. He has been involved in both incidents so far tonight. And Garman's car is pretty tore up at the moment. We'll see if he ducks down pit road. He's got some heavy damage. But he does not go to pit road. Heavy damage on the front and on the side. The others in the previous wreck, it looks like Brian Mansfield, have fully repaired. Chris Shriver's still on pit road. Not sure if he is still getting repairs. Looks like he might have had to tow and maybe delayed getting to pit road. Hopefully he can get back out before he loses a lap. Michael Whiting currently a lap down, but he may get waved around here momentarily, as it looks like several cars are getting waved back around. Yet Michael Whiting is getting back to the lead lap, as is Edmund Jones. And it looks like Chris Shriver is still on pit road as they stack back up to go green. Yeah, if he doesn't get back out soon, his race may be done. Meanwhile, up front, the rookies in the league, Cody Olsen, Butch Baker, continue to dominate. Kevin Martin now in third. And Trevor Burge on the outside in fourth. Trevor's been making his way up pretty steadily. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Chris Shriver managed to get off pit road just a moment ago. If he can get up to speed, he won't get caught by the lead pack, but the lead pack is definitely coming. Another caution comes out. He might have an opportunity here. Cody Olsen way out front. Butch Baker in second. Third place is Kevin Martin. Fourth is Trevor Burge. And Stephen Lindo, tied for the points lead coming into the night, is making his way forward. He is now up to sixth after starting 10th. Make that fifth place for Stephen Lindo. And the track is really starting to show signs of slicking off there on the entry to both 1 and 3. Lindo said before the race he prefers the fresh state of the track to the slicked off. We'll see if he can make the slicked off track work for him though, as Butch Baker and Cody Olsen continue to battle for the lead here. Kevin Martin trying to close back down, as is Trevor Burge. Looking back through the field, Brian Mansfield now up to 10th in the 11 car. He's got to get around Eric Burkhalter and Andrew Spears right there. David Garman has picked up several positions as well. He is now up to 7th after having to go to the back of the field due to winning last week. So even after being involved in both early cautions, having to start at the back, he is now up to 7th. Anybody who knows Garman, no surprise there. Jason Holder trying to hold on to 6th place. Stephen Lindo battling. He's got Trevor Burge and Kevin Martin right in front of him, but Lindo is charging forward. Lindo making that really high side work for him. He's got to run to the outside. Martin got up and blocked it, but he is going to get around Trevor Burge here on the high side. Lindo is going to be in fourth as they come off turn 4. Jason Holder is going to jump into the gap there. He is now up to 5th. Cody Olsen, Butch Baker, they just continue to open up a gap. It is now 2.2 seconds back from Butch Baker to Kevin Martin. And Kevin Martin really about to have his hands full because here comes Lindo. 22 laps to go and Lindo is still working his way forward. David Garman back there in 7th trying to catch up to that group. Brian Mansfield now back up to 9th. Wayne Bridges has picked up several positions since the start. He is looking for 10th. Oh! 2 cars collide there. Jim Johnson being one of them. Caution is out. That was a hard hit. Wayne Bridges on the bottom. The 70 there. Just nothing he could do. Looked like the 70 got a little too sideways, maybe a little slowed down. The 17 of Chris Hyatt caught the tail end of that as well. You know, Cody Olsen and Butch Baker both probably sitting here wishing that this thing would stay green. They are just running away from the field. Cody Olsen continues to lead. Doug Norton is on pit road. I think he might have caught a piece of that. He went in for a quick repair, and it looks like Shriver got waved around, so he will be back onto the lead lap now. Wait a second here to confirm that. But it does look like Shriver is back to the lead lap. Lights go out on the pace car. Now with this restart, Cody Olsen and Butch Baker will have to try and run away yet again. And David Garman, now up into 7th place, I believe, is going to have an opportunity here to pick off a couple of spots early and continue to close that gap. Chris Shriver now being back on the lead lap, but back in 15th. We'll have to see if he can work his way back up through the field. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. 20 laps to go at the line. Cody Olsen gets another good run. Butch Baker manages to hold on to second as Lindo was looking underneath him. Trevor Burge now, caution is out again. Chris Shriver. Chris Shriver there in the 14 car gets down into the corner and looked like he just got bound up and spun. There was a spin right in front of him. I believe it was Jason Holder. Let's see what happened. Looks like Shriver might have been checking up to avoid the 17 spinning. Oh, that started with Kevin Martin spinning, and Garman gets caught up, as does Mansfield again. Garman having no luck here tonight. Mansfield having no luck here tonight. Shriver having no luck here tonight. We got 3 drivers that, if anything's going to happen on track, the 3 of them, and 3 of the best ones out here on top of that. All 3 being caught in every issue that has came up, almost every issue. I think Garman managed to avoid the last one, but Shriver didn't. And Brian Mansfield's been caught up in everything so far. Stephen Lindo now up to third after starting in 10th. He's picked up 7 spots. Wayne Bridges in the 92 car there. He started in 14th. He is now up to 7th. Edmund Jones started in 15th. He is now up to 9th. Doug Tyre Norton started in 16th, up to 12th. And it looks like David Garman has dropped. David Garman went to the pit road to finally get to repairs after being involved in numerous incidents. His car was pretty banged up. He is back out on track. Chris Shriver has gone back to pit road. He is still on pit road. Hopefully he can get back out before losing a lap. Garman and Shriver both have managed to work their way halfway through the field after starting in the back and still just keep getting caught in everything. And don't forget to tune in Friday night, 10:40 Eastern, for Tyler Daniels Racing versus the Nowski Nation. We'll be broadcasting that live right here, and you can catch various streams throughout the week. Pace truck is in. Here they come down the front straightaway one more time. Green flag in the air. 19 laps to go now. Off into turn 1. Cody Olsen has just got that restart thing figured out, but Butch Baker might have figured something out too. He is looking for the lead on the high side. Can't quite get there yet. Here comes Kevin Martin and Stephen Lindo. Lindo slides up. He's going to take third. No, Lindo can't quite complete the pass yet. Martin way up high. Lindo's got a run down on the bottom. Can he make it work this time? Not yet. That high side just carrying so much more speed. Lindo's going to have to work it for a couple of laps. Lindo drifts right up. And now Trevor Burge is back in this battle as well. Lindo changing his lineup a little bit. Kevin Martin gets sideways. Lindo gets into him. Points leader hits the inside wall. Caution is out. Looks like the caution came out for Kevin Martin spinning around here. Yeah, he was almost completely sideways. And then Lindo caught him, and he ended up spinning again down to the inside. And Garman, Shriver, and Mansfield managed to avoid that one. And as I mentioned, you can catch streams during the day if you need something to entertain you. A lot of them generally not safe for work, but you can put your earbuds in. We do have a Twitter account. You can find the link on htsai.net. And you can find all the information about all the charity events that these groups are doing. The Outlaws have a special charity event for Skylar Massey's mom as a memorial for her next month. And that one's going to be huge. They have set a goal of raising over $2,000 for cancer treatment. They raised over $1,400 for autism research in the month of April. So I know these guys can get it done, and I hope you guys can support it. We will post some more information. The donation stuff just came out yesterday, so we'll be getting all that information put up in the next few days, both on Facebook and on the website. Hope you guys can, at the very least, tune in and watch and help support it, and help support what they are trying to do. And you can check out the xcalracing.com link on our charity page on htsai.net. They are raising money for St. Jude's right now. I did not get an update this week. I know last time I checked, they were over $1,200 raised for St. Jude's to help, as they put it, give the big FU to childhood cancer. Lights are out on the pace car. And I can tell you, if you look at the broadcast schedules, you click on any one of those leagues, I can promise you they have done something, they are doing something for charity in 2021. Huge shout out to everybody on iRacing, the community that they are building. Pace truck is in. Can Cody Olsen get away from him again? Green flag in the air. Cody Olsen gets another good jump, but Butch Baker stays right with him this time. Cody gets the run down on the bottom. He drifts it up. Butch is right there coming off turn 2. Looked like Butch might have caught a little bit of the inside fence there through turn 2. Cody's got to run. Caution is out again. I see the 92 stuck up there. I am not seeing what brought this caution out. The last thing before the yellow flag was Chris Shriver coming around Wayne Bridges. It looks like, oh, I see. The 51 got spun on the back straightaway. And then we had a couple of incidents in turn 3. And you can check out all the, as I said, you can check out all the leagues and all the charity stuff they're doing at htsai.net. You can check out the Outlaws United website at outlawsunited.com. I can tell you that, like I said, every league has helped or contributed to some form of charity this year. We had a lot of stuff in March for MS Awareness Month. That one was very special to me. I appreciate everybody that contributed to that. Then we had the autism research stuff in April. In May, XCal doing the St. Jude's fundraiser, and next month will be for Skylar Massey in memorial of his mother. So looking to get any help we can with that. Definitely turning into a bit of a rough race out there. Some of these guys, though, we're starting to see work their way forward, and some of them just having every problem under the sun out here tonight. Cody Olsen leads. Butch Baker in second. They've been up front all night. Trevor Burge, Stephen Lindo, Andrew Spears, Michael Whiting, Jim Johnson, Wayne Bridges, Jason Holder, and Doug Tyre Norton round out the top 10. Garmin and Shriver, who both had to start at the back, 12th and 13th at the moment. Kevin Martin has now dropped back to 14th. Single file restart this time to try and break some of the insanity. This will give Cody Olsen a bit of an advantage. Green flag is in the air. Cody Olsen gets to use the line he wants. Cody goes up into the wall. Something happened. He is high on the wall. And Butch Baker now to the lead. Cody Olsen drops back several positions. Cody Olsen now back to 7th. Butch Baker up to the lead. Now Trevor Burge is going to try and run him down. Trevor Burge gets clear of Lindo. He's going to try and run him down. And we've got Andrew Spears and Michael Whiting battling back here. Spears gets a run to the high side, gets around Whiting. Now he's looking down to the inside. Well, Spears jumps back up high. The 6 and the 44 get together. Jim Johnson capitalized, but caution is out again. Looks like Doug Norton this time. Looks like Doug Norton just lost it right in front of Garmin Shriver. I believe it was Kevin Martin was in there. Looks like Kevin Martin might have caught a piece of it. Cody Olsen, that restart really hurt him. Not sure what happened to him. It looked like he might have gotten a little bit of the wall right before he was trying to turn into turn 1. Couldn't tell for sure, but he may have gotten just a piece of the wall, and that ended up sending him off kilter, and he couldn't get it turned. Went up high, and several cars got by before he could get the car straightened out again. Meanwhile, Butch Baker capitalized on that. He was starting to open up a gap already. Trevor Burge now moves up to 2nd. Stephen Lindo is 3rd. Spears is 4th. Whiting is 5th. Jim Johnson, Cody Olsen, Wayne Bridges, Garmin, and Holder now in the top 10. So Garmin has started to recover. Chris Shriver still back in 13. Brian Mansfield in the 11 back in 14th now. Wow, what a race. And we're seeing consistently the problems coming off the turn. We talked about it in pre-race. These turns are substantially wider than the straightaway. So you can get 2 and 3 and 4 wide through the turns easily, but when you get down to back down to the straightaway at the exit of the turn, you better be down to about 2 wide. If you're not, as you lean on each other, slide around a little bit, somebody's going to end up in one of the walls. And we've seen most of the incidents coming off of turn number 2, and a few of them through the middle of turn 3. And a lot of drivers said before the race that turn 3 is the one that gets the worst as it slicks off. I think we're seeing a little bit of that now. Green flag is back in the air. Butch Baker now, takes the lead and leads them down into turn 1. I got so used to saying Cody's name that, became habit. Trevor Burge now up to second. Stephen Lindo is third. Fourth place is Andrew Spears. We've got another wreck back here. Garmin gets caught again. Staying green for the moment. 12 laps to go. Chris Shriver sneaks by. Michael Whiting snuck by that mess. Caution now out. And it looks like the 51 got up into the wall, and that's what caused the original caution. Let's see if we can see what happened in turn 3 that caused everybody to stack up. Several cars getting together there through couldn't get a good glimpse of that. Let's try and take a look again here. Looks like it was already happening when Garmin, looks like Michael Whiting got together with, I believe, the 97, and that's where everything started going haywire. Stacked several cars up, putting them back quite a bit. And don't forget, we are live. You can watch live on Facebook and Twitch. The videos, the race-only video, we trim out the pre-race interview practice and all that fun stuff. And the race-only videos go to YouTube later in the evening, so you'll be able to rewatch the Xfinity race or any of this Pro Late Model race from the start of heat number 1. Later tonight or in the morning right here, you can catch the triple header on Monday night. From Monday night, including the insane figure 8 enduro that happened Monday night, that they were all in the VW bug, beating and banging and having a good time. Pace truck is in one more time. Single file restart again, and green flag in the air. Here they go again. Butch Baker now leading them back down. And Butch trying to open up a bit of a lead over Trevor Burge. Trevor Burge staying right with him for the most part through 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4, though, no, Butch cannot get away. And caution is out again as we've got another wreck on the back straightaway. And look like, Kevin Martin just gets into the back of David Garmin. The 52 of Doug Norton and the 51 both collected in that mess. And everybody during pre-race was talking about how they expected Shriver and Garmin to be the two to beat here tonight. But Butch Baker and Cody Olsen have really dominated this. Cody's now way back in the field with Garmin, so it'll be interesting. I don't think either one of them, given the way the race is going so far, can get back up to the front in time to be competitive. Cody Olsen now back to 13th. Garmin is now back to 14th. Garmin and Shriver both had to start at the back after last week's race. Garmin won, and Shriver is now back up into 10th place. Lights going out on the pace truck. One more lap. Then we're going to go green, hopefully for the last time. Hopefully they can keep this thing green. It's been a wild one, especially we did hear a couple of guys say once the track slicked off, things would get a bit nasty. And I do think that that's part of what we're seeing. As the first part of the race, we did get a bit of a green flag run in there. But once the track really started slicking off, things really started getting dicey out there. You can see a lot of cars heavily, from light to heavy on the damage. Their crews are not going to be happy at the body shop this week having to fix those cars. Pace truck is in. Green flag one more time right about now. Green flag in the air. 10 laps to go for Butch Baker, hoping to get his first win in the Outlaws. He's got Trevor Burge right there who wants to change that. Stephen Lindo currently running third. As it runs now, he would come out with the points lead after tonight, but Lindo stalls through 3 and 4 and loses third place. Now, Andrew Spears now up to third. We haven't really talked about him tonight, but couple of cars wrecking down on the infield. They're staying green for the moment. Everybody keeps the cars going the right way. Jim Johnson has come to pit road, and caution is now out. And looks like some of it had already started. Everybody went evasive. The 44th, and Garmin gets collected yet again. Doug Tyre Norton got a piece of that one as well. He's been involved in about every other wreck tonight. Garmin, Shriver, Mansfield, a lot of these guys have been just in every single event, or every single incident on track. But Doug Norton's been lucky to only get half of them. David Garmin had to come to pit road for another fast repair. Let's see who else. Jim Johnson had to come to pit road. Skylar Massey and Chris Hyatt both a lap down now. Garmin is back up off pit road. He will stay on the lead lap in about 15th. And we were saying beforehand, Andrew Spears, we haven't really talked about him tonight. He's been quietly hiding out in the top 10, about 7th, 8th position. And yet here it is late in the race. He has snuck his way up here, avoided a lot of chaos, and he is now running in third. Will he be able to get around Trevor Burge and give Butch Baker a run for his money? Cody Olsen still stranded back there in 10th. Pretty much a non-factor unless this thing stays green and he gets a lot of easy passes. Lights go out on the pace car. And pace car drops down to pit road. Green flag back in the air. 9 laps to go now. 8 laps at the line. Butch Baker continues to lead, but now he's got Andrew Spears and Trevor Burge right behind him. Lindo in 4th has picked up a lot of positions to get up here after starting in 10th. Wayne Bridges, also one that's picked up a ton of spots after starting 14th. He is now up to 5th. It looks like everybody has calmed down just a hair here. Cody Olsen is slipping through the field, though. He is now up to 6th, looking for 5th. He is down under the 17, looking for 5th, right beside the wall. Jason Holder not making it easy for Cody to get around here. Meanwhile, up front, Lindo in 4th place, still trying to hold everybody off, trying to carry enough momentum that nobody gets around him here. And trying to pick up a position from Andrew Spears. Andrew still holding on to 3rd for the moment, while Trevor Burge and Butch Baker have checked out into another zip code. Cody Olsen down to the inside looking for 3rd place now. And he is going to get it. Cody Olsen now to 3rd place. He's got 4 laps to catch the leaders. Trevor Burge and Butch Baker, they are going to have to really keep their foot down to keep the Cody from getting to him. Last time by, Cody was a second faster than the leaders. This time by, exactly the same time as the leaders, so 3 laps to go. I don't think he can make it up, but this battle for the lead continues to go. Butch Baker may have this security, opens up a little bit of a gap off of turn 4 with 2 laps to go. Stephen Lindo currently in 5th, Andrew Spears holding on to 4th. Garmin has worked his way back to 9th, Shriver's worked his way back to 10th, caution is out, Kevin Martin is involved. And we will go to a green-white checker. Oh, it looked like the 51 was bouncing just as Kevin Martin tried to come up the track a little bit to get some momentum. And Martin spins around. Kevin Martin is another one that's been caught in a lot of stuff tonight. Definitely not what those 2 lead cars wanted to see now that Cody Olsen is there in 3rd. And now the question becomes, how long can these guys hold Cody Olsen off for? With a green-white checkered situation, will they be able to hold him off for 2 laps? Will Cody be able to get up there and get the win? Or will it be Butch? Will it be Trevor? Quickly drop your prediction into the chat. Let's see what you guys think. Who's going to pull this one off? Is it going to be Butch Baker holding him off? Will Trevor Burge manage to get around? Or will Cody Olsen be able to get around both of them? Or will these 3 battle wreck each other out and somebody else sneak up there and get it? Lindo is in 5th. Spears is in 4th. Holder's in 6th. Still a lot of guys within reach if they get a little luck on their side. And remember, once the leader takes the white flag, there will be no more caution. So they make 1 lap green, and the leader makes it back to the start-finish line, takes the white flag. No matter what happens, there will not be a caution. Pace truck is in. Butch Baker is going to lead him down one more time. Green-white checkered finish. Green is in the air. Butch gets a good jump on this one. Trevor Burge, Cody Olsen right there. Cody sends it through turns 1 and 2. Trevor Burge fights back on the outside. Cody going to send it down into 3 and 4 again. Yes, he is. Trying to get a run right down there by the fence. We've seen Cody make that work all night long. White flag is in the air. This thing will go to the finish. Butch Baker in the lead. Cody Olsen trying to get second. He's going to slide up. Is he going to pull a slide job? He doesn't have the room to get a slide job. Trevor Burge manages to keep the second place through the turn. Trevor gets up into the wall. Cody gets a run. He's got it. Almost got to first. It'll be Butch Baker for the win. Cody Olsen comes home second. Trevor Burge is third. Jason Holder comes home fourth. Somehow Garmin manages to get back up to fifth. Stephen Lindo comes home sixth, so he will maintain his points lead. Andrew Spears is second. Wayne Bridges is eighth. Michael Whiting ninth, and Kevin Martin comes home 10th. Chris Shriver finishes just outside the top 10 in 11th. 12th is Doug Tyre Norton. Edmund Jones is 13th. Jim Johnson is 14th. All right. Now, I don't know if anybody told Butch how the Outlaws celebrate yet or not, but he's about to find out. Yep, there we go. There you go, Wayne. Good job, buddy. And we've got a couple guys turning around to come get their shot at him. And let's see. Looking to see if Butch Baker is not available. We'll see if we can find Cody Olsen. Not seeing Cody either. What about Trevor? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That is how you celebrate a race win right there. And they blew the engine on that one. All right, well, we're not seeing any of the top three. We'll see if they can join us, but we'll pull Lindo up in here as he manages to keep the points lead. Hey, Steve, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Congratulations. Just did some quick math. You do maintain the points lead after tonight. It was definitely a rough one for you to even hold on to 6th place.
Yeah, it was close coming to the line there with David. I got loose coming off of 4, and he ended up getting that number 5 spot. It was a good race, though.
Well, I told you to wreck him, but I think he'd had enough of being wrecked anyway. So, all right. Well, congratulations, man. A great 6th place finish, and you maintain the points lead.
Yes, sir. It was fun. Few more cautions than we wanted, but kind of expected it from this track, especially once it slicked off, unfortunately. But overall, it was a good race by everybody. Most everybody sounded like they had fun, so hopefully next week will be a little bit better.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Yep, have a good one, Doug.
You too, buddy. And it looks like Trevor Burge has joined us. Trevor, you came home 3rd tonight, and that was a hard-fought 3rd there at the end.
Yeah, I wish it would have went our way. We got together a little bit. Happens. I lost momentum on the outside when that happened, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, I had a good time. Butch ran a good race. I felt like him and I were really close when I was up there with him, so no, it was a good time, and Steve did a great job of leaving me enough room. This is a tight track, so when Steve was running with us, he did a really good job of leaving us enough room, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I know Cody went way back, and you and Butch managed to take 1st and 2nd after Cody's incident. Did you think Cody was going to get back to you at that point? I mean, he restarted in 10th and managed to shoot back up there, and did you think you'd be able to hold him off once he did?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I knew that outside lane I could run it quicker. Yeah, I got a nose there at the end. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know. Yeah, he fell down there quite a ways. I'm glad he came back. He was quick. Yeah, I mean, I felt a lot better about the heat or the feature than I did the heat. I feel so bad. I killed Brian.
Well, you still had a great race. Come home 3rd. Congratulations on that.
Hey, thank you. This is a great league. This is a great group of guys. I just want to thank all the admins and thank my sponsors, Dirt Affliction, Burge Racing Graphics, Eric Burkhalter, Todd Schott, Kenneth Bolin, and my lovely wife for putting up with me.
Good call. And Butch Baker, you managed to come home with the win tonight, and that was not an easy win to get.
No, it wasn't. All the restarts were driving me crazy. I was like, man, am I going to be able to get him on this restart? Or after I did get the lead, I was like, am I going to be able to hold him off? And what happened to Cody anyway? All of a sudden, he just like disappeared.
I think on that restart he hit the outside wall right on corner entry. Did not, and it managed to upset the car enough he couldn't get it sideways and slide through. It looked like he just kind of drove up the track, and he got it recovered, but he dropped to about 8th place.
Gotcha. Yeah, sitting there, and he was there, and then he was gone. I was like, where did he go?
Well, you guys had a heck of a battle, and had that thing stayed green, I was beginning to wonder how big of a lead and would you end up lapping cars, because you guys just kind of checked out in the first half of the race.
Yeah, we were both running that low line, and I mean, we were making it work, and it seemed to be the line, I don't know, for me and him to run anyway, because I know in my heat race, I ran the same line too, and it seemed like if you get in there and then just feather it, just let it roll around that corner, and then when your car straightened out coming out of the corner and got back on it, you could really make a lot of time. And that's what it seemed like him and I were both doing, and so it worked out pretty good.
Well, we saw quite a few guys try and make the same move work, and that actually caused problems. You guys had it perfected tonight, though, and a great win. Congratulations. Great finish.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is only I think the second race ever of a pro late model I've ever drove, so I'm pretty happy.
Well, congratulations. And Cody finally got to join us. And Cody, I have to ask, my guess is on that restart, a couple of restarts to go, you it looked like going off into turn one, your right rear just caught the fence as you were trying to settle into the corner.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The car just got super tight on me, and I had it all the way cranked over, and it still wouldn't go around, and I was just like, oh well. But hey, we managed to come back for a second place.
Yeah, and you ran through the field pretty quickly. You actually didn't pick up a lot of spots on the following restart, and then the final restart, you just charged through the field, got up there to third, and then gave Trevor a run for his money to get second place out of it.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that once it went single file, nobody was jumping like way to the bottom line rather than, like the absolute bottom. So I was like, you know what? That's kind of my chance. If nobody's there, I might as well try to make it work, and it ended up paying off.
Well, congratulations, all three of you newer members to the league, and get a 1-2-3 finish. So heck of a night for all of you.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun tonight. Good win, Butch. That was good stuff.
Thanks, man. I thought I didn't know if I was going to be able to catch you at all, and then when you disappeared, I was like, well, I might have a chance.
Well, congratulations, guys. Great night of racing, and great finish for all three of you.
Thanks, Doug. Good
Yeah,
job.
All right. Well, thank you to the Outlaws. Congratulations to everybody, especially to the three newest members of the league: Butch Baker, Cody Olsen, and Trevor Burge. Heck of a comeback for Cody, and a heck of a race out of Butch and out of Trevor. Trevor started back in 7th, managed to pull off a 3rd place finish, had 2nd up until the last lap. A lot of great finishes. Stephen Lindo maintains the points lead going into next week, and ought to be awesome to see how this season goes. For everybody at the Outlaw United Racing League, and for everybody here at HTSAI, check us out at htsai.net. You can get the links to all the leagues we broadcast, the broadcast schedule, and as we mentioned, all the charity stuff going on. Don't forget to tune back in Friday night for Tyler Daniels Racing versus the Nowski Nation at 10:40 p.m. Eastern for their late night series. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night.